I was to ask you, what is one of the best small coastal towns in the country to live, along with being one of the best small towns in the country to retire to? What would your answer be? I know what I would say. Welcome to Stuart, Florida. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Palm Beach's Paul, and welcome to another city tour. We are on the Roosevelt Bridge in Stuart, Florida. As you can hear, all the cars going by, a little loud, and it's very windy. But what a view, huh? That is the St. Lucie River, and that runs through the city of Stuart, along with the Indian River, and we're close to the Atlantic Ocean. And today we're doing another city tour. You can see all the boats going out there. They just went underneath the Roosevelt Bridge, and this goes up again on the other side, the St. Lucie River, which runs all the way up into Port St. Lucie and runs this way and goes around. And we'll see another section of that today, as I am going to show you this wonderful city, this small, quaint town, about 45 minutes north of West Palm Beach. And I do have some real estate to show you, but as always, we're going to show you what you can do here in the city. We'll talk a little about its history, some great places to check out, lots of great restaurants, attractions, and of course, where you could live here in Stuart, Florida. As you can see down there, there's a local waterfront restaurant, but let's get off the bridge because it's really loud, super windy, and let's go to the heart of Stuart. It's downtown. So with all my city tours, we start with a little history. The city of Stuart was founded in 1870 and incorporated in 1914. It was originally named Potsdam. Yeah, that's right. And that's named after two German settlers who owned a lot of land here in the downtown Stuart area. They were some of the original settlers. But as the train would come through, like that one just did many, many years ago, and the conductor would announce that, hey, you're now pulling into Potsdam, he didn't say that. He actually called the town Dam Post. So they decided, the residents got together, and another prominent landowner whose last name was Stuart, they decided that they were going to change the name to the city of Stuart. Because who wants to be called Dam Post? Anyway, so there's a little bit of history for you. But hence, here's the city of Stuart and the downtown area where we're going to go take a look at right now. Now, as I said, the city of Stuart's not a large town. It has a population of about 19,000, and that obviously swells in the wintertime to a little over 20,000. But what's so special about Stuart and why people like it and why it was named one of the best coastal small towns to move to, as well as one of the best small towns to retire to, is because it's just super friendly. And when I was on that bridge and I was shooting a video, I was waiting till someone passed by. A lady was walking and she said good morning. And you will find that a lot of people in Stuart will say hello and they'll talk to you. And if you go to some local restaurants, you may get into a conversation, which is kind of lost on America. We're so busy with our nose in our phones and all the social media that we don't take time to say hi. And I love when I get to go tour these cities and I do get to meet locals and say hello. So we're walking up to what's considered what they commonly call Confusion Circle. You'll see why. And it's kind of the entryway into downtown Stuart. And we're gonna go in here because there's some really cool places here, some neat history. So let's go walk over here. Now, I will be the first to tell you that pulling into some of these circles can be a little confusing. I know some of you are going to say, no, it's not, but when do you go? Whose turn is it? It can sometimes be a little frustrating. So maybe the Brits could help us out. I know that they have quite a few of these, but this is, you can see a beautiful statue that they have there, the water fountain, and it has a sailfish. And that is because Stuart is known as one of the fishing capitals of the world, and it's commonly known as the Sailfish Capital of the world. And there is some great fishing here. As you can imagine, we have the St. Lucie River, then we also have the Indian River, which ties into the Intracoastal Waterway, and then that leads out to the Atlantic Ocean. And so there's a lot of great fishing up here. I've spent many weekends up here fishing with my father-in-law. I've done kayak fishing up here on the Indian River. It is an absolutely gorgeous place, as you'll see when we walk closer down here, and we'll go to the waterfront. So here's an old example of a home that was built here. This is the Parks Atwood house, and it was constructed in 1903. And he built this for his family shortly after Noah Park's brother constructed the general merchandise store. And they lived in here for quite a while, but then he caught an illness and unfortunately passed away and left it to his widow and 7 children, who then moved to South Carolina. And in the 1900s, another gentleman, Mr. Atwood, bought the property, and he and his family lived in the house for 60 years until the city of Stuart purchased the property in 1988. But you can see it's got the screened front porch, right, to keep the mosquitoes out, and maybe it didn't have the metal roof back then. But there's an example of a little bit of history here. And then as you come down right over here, we have the old feed store. And I'm going to assume this was probably the general merchandising store that they had. It's also the Stuart Heritage Museum. So this is the feed store, the old general merchandise, and you can see this is pretty cool. Look at these original wood floors. And I was just talking to Bruce, one of the volunteers here, and they were really nice. They're all original Stuart residents, and you know, of course, you know, when I talk about making videos and about real estate and more people moving here, you know, people are always concerned about their city getting overcrowded, which is normal for most places. But you know, it is kind of a fact of life. Look at some of these old pictures. It's pretty cool. You know, when you have a place that's attractive, this happened to Delray Beach. It got crowded, and so look at that, Stuart, 1957, a little pigskin. There you go. A lot of history here. So this is something neat. By the way, this is free, y'all. You just come in and leave a donation for them, and you can get a little history about the city of Stuart. And this is looks like the police department, and some old pictures. And look, there's the old safe. Hey, anything in it? Oh, they took it all. Well, that was a lot of fun. I literally just spent 40 minutes inside of that museum back there. Basically, it's like going to the Historical Society. Met the volunteers in there, all super sweet people. I told you, man, the people in Stuart are super nice. They're all born here in Stuart. Boy, they gave me some stories about the history here, about some local spots I had no idea about. So I tell you, if you want to know about a city, go to a place like that and meet the locals who were born and raised here. They will tell you stories that you just wouldn't believe. So super cool. Give them a small donation. It is free, but they're all in there volunteering, and they're just really nice. It was really fun. So all right, let's head to the downtown. So I want to go show you guys some cool places. We're going to walk over here. There's a cool place I want to show you guys. That's an old hotel and some great restaurants, and we'll go down to the waterfront. Now, as you can see behind me, there's the Roosevelt Bridge that I was on. Obviously, that's new. They had a much smaller bridge there years and years ago, and the train does cross from over there, and they have an old train bridge. When you go over that way, it's kind of neat, and go back over there to the marina. It's kind of where I started the video, but the railroad track runs right by here, and you can see that it just runs by this, basically, you know, what would have been the downtown area, so where the epicenter of Stuart was happening in the early 1900s. And there's another interesting looking house here. This one is occupied by Congressman Brian Mast. So he's a veteran of the United States. Thank you for your service, sir. But so as we head up here, we'll walk towards the downtown area, and there's some really neat restaurants up here. So I've spent a lot of time up in Stuart over the years because I have helped clients move up here. I have some clients that moved to Jensen Beach, which is just a little northeast of here, and I helped another young couple move up here recently. And as I said, we'll talk about some real estate later on. I actually have a condo for sale that's like a 5-minute drive to the beach, so we'll go take a look at that later. So here we are in the historic downtown Stuart, And that building behind you right there, the one with the two-story with the faux stone exterior, that is the Thoreau building. It was built in 1913, and this was the home of the Stuart Drug Company and Stuart's first payphone. How do you like that, folks? Back then, in 1915, it cost 10 cents to make a phone call, which is almost $2 in today's money. Again, this is probably printed quite a long time ago, so maybe that's even more money. But it was a real luxury to actually make a phone call. But within the first few hours, there were 3 calls, and they were all placed to West Palm Beach. And as we continue to walk down here, that is the Lyric Theater, which is a really old music venue, which is super cool. And they have lots of big acts that come here. Oh, look at that. The Georgia Satellites. Oh my God. I remember the Georgia Satellites when I was like 20 years old. I remember seeing them. They had that little song. I got a little change in my pocket. It goes jingle-ling-a-jing. Okay, go look it up. But that is so cool that they're playing here. But anyway, so that's the Lyric Theater. They have lots of acts that come here. It's a really nice place. It's been here, again, built in the early 1900s. And you can see it's still really beautiful on the outside, and they've kept that up. So, but we're gonna walk down, as I said. So this has restaurants and shops, and we're gonna go walk down over here. And this is cool. I have never been inside here before. I've walked past this building 100 times, but they were nice enough to let me come in and video. And it's cool is that band that's coming here, the Georgia Satellites. So that's neat. But so this is the Lyric Theater, and man, this, look, you sit right here and they're right there. It does not get any better than this, man. And they have all kinds of great acts that come here. So, and then you got the upper row back there and the balcony. So in March, they're going to be 100 years old. So another cool thing, if you like music, you want to be entertained, you're here in Stuart, you have a great venue right here in downtown Stuart to come check out, come see some great musicians, some acts, and after that, you can go get a bite to eat. That's what we're going to go show you next. So there's a lot of good restaurants up here. One in particular is this one right over here, that building there, Luna Italian Cuisine. So I used to come up here and eat with my boss back when I was in my early 30s when I used to do sales up here. I used to come up here and take care of a couple clients with their phone systems, and that place has some of the best Italian food you're going to find in Stuart, man. Some of the best you'll find in South Florida. That place is amazing. It's been here for over 30 years, and it is absolutely delicious. We're going to cross back over. There's a lot of people standing in front of it, so I didn't want to get right in front of them, but we'll go over here and show you guys this. So turn the camera around, and so you see you got all these little quaint shops around here, and you come out here and park, and it's just a really neat downtown area. And as we go down here, it is spin around, go down the street, and there's some more stuff. So lots of places to eat and drink up here and do some shopping. And some cool shirts. That looks like that's right up my alley right there, huh? I could take one of those. Maybe that's up your alley. Now, one of the great things about the city of Stuart, which a lot of people like, as I said, quaint small town, is that this downtown area is so walkable. Everything around here, there's like hotels close by, resorts, restaurants, the green market. You can walk, dine, shop, everything is super close, which is really what a lot of people love about coming here. So you can see how it's all built around this area, oak and embers. Steakhouse, you got monkeys over here. It's just a cool place. This cool statue that was donated to the city, the water fountain, and just brings you right back around over here. So you don't find many cities like Stuart that are just quaint like this. I mean, Delray's very much, you know, a small beach town and why it's super popular, but it's gotten really crowded. But other than that, you don't really find this kind of quaintness. I mean, look at this. It's a neat little place here. You got little places sitting on a bench here, and you got all these little restaurants to go to. All right, so this old building right here is the Colorado Inn, and it was built in 1914. It was originally the Coventry Hotel, the Coventry House, and it encompasses a couple of historic buildings. But
it's now a hotel that you can come stay at right here in downtown Stuart. And I'm gonna see if we can go inside and get a little video. Check this place out. Old wood floors. Pretty cool. Here's a receptionist in the general store. How cool. The manager said I could come in, so let's show you guys a little bit of this old hotel. So built in 1914, and a couple renovated it back in 2011. Let me turn this around. Got your hallway and some cool old pictures. So that was what it was, the Coventry Hotel originally. Look at these old antiques. Wow, that's from the original hotel. Then you go out here. Looks like they got a little sort of tiki bar down there. You have a little happy hour. Cool stuff. I love showing you the history. I know you guys might get a little bored of that. Sorry, there's just so much to see, but let's keep, I'm gonna go show you the waterfront right now. Look at these tree-lined streets. You come down here, you got, what's this? Little 18 Seminole Street Italian Bistro, another little place. The gentleman back there was the manager. He was really nice. So you got these cool old homes down here. This one is circa 1925. So I believe this one is one of the older homes that were here. And these are cottages. You can rent these. So if you want to look up the Colorado Inn, you can stay in one of these if you're down here. And I mean, how cute is this right here? Look at this, guys. Is that not just old Florida right there? Is that not amazing? Look at the old little sort of statue things on it. So that's really cool. That's your old Florida cottage right there. And there might be some guests, so we'll step back. But that's the Ernest Lyons house. So that's pretty cool. People can stay there. And then there's another one here, the Clifton Guest and Fishing Lodge. So you could have stayed there. And right, look, there's the water right there. That's the St. Lucie River going up right through that area. And so that's, you can see some people got their clothes hanging out drying. So, and then this one here, I think, if I'm correct, this was an old Sears catalog house. So you could buy your house in a Sears catalog. Yeah, imagine trying to do that now. Well, we don't need a realtor, just go buy our house through a catalog. I think that's what that was. So you could pick your house out and have it built and live in paradise. All right, I saved one of my favorites for last. This is the Owl House River Retreat. It was built in 1904. As you can see, it's got this really unique four-pointed gable roof that some say resembles an owl's head. But this is an amazing property. I mean, look at this, y'all. Look at this piece of land this sits on. Can you imagine the cost of this today with right on the water and this house? It would just, I can't even think what number it would be, but it's a beautiful old example of a Florida house. It's got the old shaker side to it, the shaker tiles, and it's got the nice metal roof. That's probably a modern update, but beautiful house. And look at the view these people had. Once you see their, we'll go down here and you'll see their property and the water, and the backyard looks right out on the river. So absolutely amazing. Love that they've kept this and, you know, keeping that old Florida, old Stuart vibe going with this. I feel like I'm on one of those streets in San Francisco. All right, and here you go, St. Lucie River, folks. All right, I mean, look at the house from here. See, you see the resemblance of an owl right there? But look at that backyard. A hammock, absolutely amazing. I was just talking to some people. We don't know if it's privately owned or if you can rent it. So I'll have to look that up and find out when I get back home and I'm doing my editing. But then you got some more modern places like right here. And then that's where we started the video. Way back over there on the top, I was up on top of that. That's the Roosevelt Bridge. And you can see kind of looking northwest going that way. So this is nice. You can see people coming out here and just walking and enjoying, and that's got a little cool front today. Last time I did one of these videos, remember Deerfield Beach? I was freezing. I had my jacket on. It's not that cold, but it is nice and cool, so I'm not dying of heat today as I get out and walk and do this. So, and this is a cool restaurant. We're going to come up to this restaurant here. I've had lunch here with one of my clients when I first met them, and I put them in a house, which is Jensen Beach, is just that way, east a little ways. And they live there, and we had lunch here at this restaurant. It was really good. So I'll turn around and show you. Look at this. So you got a house right there, which I imagine is a house or maybe a condo or something. And then you got the restaurant right here, and you can sit out here and have drinks. And just look at that, man. Isn't that awesome? What a neat little place right there. There's people all the way out there. Let me zoom in for you. You can walk all the way out there if you want to. So you'll come out here, and during these years, at certain times, they'll have people sit up here performing music, and you can just sit up in the steps and watch them perform music. And it's just, it's a real, like I said, it is a really quaint city, which I can see why it got voted one of the best small coastal towns in the United States to move because of that. And as you see, there's a lot of people my age hanging out here too. There's a lot of people of all ages, but it is a really great destination for retirees. So kind of spin around and show you the back there a little bit. And this place up here is called the Boathouse as we head up the steps, and it's a great restaurant. So I would definitely recommend, if you're going to stop by and get a bite to eat, that you stop off here and waterfront dining, go in here, have a drink, and again, let me spin around and show you the view you get. Even though it's windy and a little gray today, you get to look right out at the water. Yeah, it's Florida living at its finest, folks. And you see it ends up right back here at the downtown plaza. This whole area right here, they do a green market on Saturdays, which is a lot of fun. So you come out here and, produce and shops and all the fun things you can find at a green market. Riverwalk, another good restaurant right there, oyster bar. So that's a great place. And so you come down here, they have all this around you, plus all these great restaurants and shops to spend your Saturday. So, all right, we've talked about the history. We've talked about where you guys can, wet your whistle and fill your palate, and lots of stuff. So let's go show you some real estate. Let me go show you a condo that I have for market, on the market, that just came on the market about a week ago, and it's a little ways up the road off US 1, but it's only 5 minutes away from the beach. So let's go show you that. So here we are at 2950 Southeast Ocean Boulevard, Apartment 201 in the Kingswood Condo community, located here in Stuart, Florida. I'm going to show you, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath ground floor, which is, right, that's important. It's only a 2-story building, but first floor, don't have to climb any stairs. Parking spaces right here. You got this beautiful garden right there, and you got your parking space right there, and your doors right here. Let's go inside and let me show you this beautiful condo. Okay. So, first of all, the price. It's priced at $195,000. Not bad. The monthly HOA is $656. You have a swimming pool, you have some tennis courts. The big thing about this property is its convenience to everything. You can walk down a path and be over at the grocery stores, so you don't have to drive. You can actually go walk over there. And just up the road a little ways is the Indian River, and then beyond that, over the bridge, is the Atlantic Ocean. So it's a short, like 3-5 minute drive, and you're there. So, but let me show you this unit. So you got a beautiful kitchen. It's got a lot of natural light coming in, even though today's kind of a gray day. Lots of windows, right? You're a corner unit. You have new granite countertops and a nice sized kitchen. They took out the wall here, so it's much more open. And then you have new tile floors, nice sort of light gray, neutral color, right? Come out here. As I said, the property's about 1,134 square feet under air. You got your living area here. Let me pop out here to the Florida room, or as y'all like to call them, a lanai. So you can see here, it has the little windows on, the little crank windows, so you can let in some fresh air, but nice and peaceful back here. You have some shutters, so for hurricane protection there. And then out here, as we got this little door, come back here, right? It's nice and quiet. You just got this little area back here. You got this little walking path, and I see people ride their bikes and walking, and I'll go walk up that a little bit, but it takes you out, and then you can go over across the street and go do some shopping. So you come back here and you got a bedroom on one side. With a closet, right? You know, good size. And then you have a bathroom with a tub. And then here you have the primary bedroom. This one has a shower. And then here's your bedroom. So the rooms are good size. Here you definitely fit a king in here. You got some space. You know, again, it's a 55 and older community. And then that's looking out back to that little green area I told you about. And you got 2 closets over here. That was a quick tour, right? I mean, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, so there's not a lot to see, but it's clean. It's nice. It's priced under $200,000. And so we're on a little walking trail that leads over to the pool. So I'll just kind of show you how convenient it is. I mean, you know, sure, you could do some updates to it if you wanted to, maybe do some impact glass, maybe like something like this over here, like how they have on that one, have those kind of sliders if you wanted to update that. But, you know, first floor, conveniently located, close to shopping, and you'll see in a little bit, close to the beach and, you know, all the activities. No assessments, 2 stories, none of the milestone stuff to worry about. You know, building's good. And, oh, brand new AC 2023 and water heater 2023. So, along with the new floors. So, that's taken care of, you're good to go. And perfect if you're coming down here and you want a winter in South Florida, or you're looking to just come down here and you don't need a house anymore. And then here's a clubhouse and a swimming pool. So here's the clubhouse. Here's a pool over there. And then you got some shuffleboard and, oh, little driving tee. So for your golf, pretty cool. And look, they even have a grill, so you can sit out here and do a little barbecuing with your friends. By the way, if you've made it this long in the video, just want to remind you that I am a licensed real estate agent with True Floridian Realty and out of Delray Beach, and I would be happy to help you buy or sell, invest any of your real estate needs here in South Florida. I could help you, like up here in Stuart. I've put people up here in properties that they bought. I have a listing here in Stuart. I work down in Palm Beach County as well, so this is only a 35-minute drive for me, so it's not that far. A couple ways to reach out to me. Some of the best ways would be just pick up the phone and call or send me a text. You also have my email address down below. But if you want to get on my mailing list and you want to be sent properties, then scan the QR code up in the top right corner if you're watching on TV, or there's a link down below that says reach out to me and get on my list. And what I can do is I can set you up on a search of properties in any area that you want that I cover. So if you want to just see what properties are going for and kind of keep an eye on certain neighborhoods, scan that, get on that list. I'll set you up on a search. You can cancel anytime. It doesn't cost anything, but it allows me to send you properties based on your criteria. So, you know, if you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, up to $400,000, first floor, I can search that for you and you can take a look at it. And then when you're ready, you give me a call and we'll go out and take a look at some properties. All right, let me go show you the beach and how close it is. And this beach is really beautiful. First, we are going to walk up this path for a quick second, but we're close to the ocean, and I want to finish off the video showing you their beach up here. And it's kind of a unique beach because it's called Bathtub Beach, and we'll head up there in just a second. By the way, this trail's kind of neat, isn't it? So I told you guys I would take you on this little trail. We're going to walk up the other end, and it takes you to the front of the community. So here's the entrance to Kingswood, and I just came from over there. And then if you go up here and follow the sidewalk, you could walk to the grocery store and some restaurants up that way if you chose to. And then just over this way is the bridge that we're going to go take over the St. Lucie River, and then we'll cross over the Indian River and we'll be at the ocean.
Open my eyes, I slept through the day. Slept through the day, feeling uneasy, I push it away. Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today. Feel like today, let's do it again, let's go on a day. Cause tonight I'm gonna take you out and live the dream that we've been talking about. So we can land and spend up all our notes.
Clifton Perry Beach, that was Fletcher Beach back there. See all these little beaches. I tell you, it is so relaxing, y'all, to just drive here. Even if you don't live up in Stuart, you just come up here to drive, it is beautiful up here. And you're surrounded by nature, and it's very relaxing. Check that out. I just stopped. Look at that, y'all. The sun. That's Indian River, and it leads out to the Atlantic Ocean. Isn't that beautiful? All right. We're not to Bathtub Beach yet, but I wanted to stop by here. We're not going to go in, but this place is cool. This is called the House of Refuge Museum, and this is an old house that was here on the beach, and the basically the like Coast Guard and the early Coast Guard, version of the Coast Guard, the people here, they would be here. So when there were shipwrecks and stuff, this was a house of refuge. They would save people. So it says one of the only one remaining of 9 on Florida's East Coast, commissioned in 1875, I'll put this up there, for the U.S. Life-Saving Service. Keepers provided shelters, food, clothing, and transportation to survivors of shipwrecks and storms at sea. In the U.S. Coast Guard service through World War I and World War II. And it was acquired by the Maritime Museum in '55 and Martin County Historical Society, listed in 1976. So this is cool. This is, you can pay to go in here. I'm not going to go to, that far, but I want to go check out Bathtub. But check this out. Look at this, guys. Look at this reef. Is that not awesome? Now, there's another place like this down in Jupiter that has this kind of rock up here like this, and it's really extensive there, called Blowing Rocks Preserve. But I've never been to this one before. And man, it is beautiful. And they just did a big restoration project up here, and this was closed off. Well, actually, Bathtub Beach, where we're going to go, was closed off. They did a restoration project there. So, but I wanted to stop off and check this place out real quick. I'm telling you, Stuart's the place to be. It is beautiful up here. She got this old gate. Let's see if we can go up here. Old anchor. Oh. Coast Guard. Museum entrance, yeah. So there's the house. So you got to pay to go see it. I'll definitely have to come up here one time, and of course you have this old lookout tower there. How cool is that? We'll have to come up here, make another video of it. Yeah, they closed at 4, and I wasn't going to go in anyway because there's a fee to pay to go in. It's probably not that much, but I just don't have the time. I'll come up and do another video about it one day. But turn around, look at this. Those homes.
that amazing? And here's the back of it, so you get the idea. Cooled house on the beach. And when the seas got rough like they are today, and there's a shipwreck. Actually, when we go to Bathtub Beach, there's a shipwreck that you can dive on, and we're gonna head over there next because it's really cool. And I've never been there either, but it's a neat beach. But I just, you look up there, the house is on the beach, and it's amazing. And I know, one good storm, I know, someone's gonna say that. The price you pay if you wanna live on the ocean. She lets you enjoy the view until she decides she wants to take it away. So you might as well enjoy it while you can, right? We're only on this planet one time. Guys, it doesn't get much more Florida than that. Sun shining, glistening off the water, and a sailboat. I feel a Jimmy Buffett song coming on. All right, I give you Bathtub Beach. Now, why do they call it Bathtub Beach? Well, you see the rocks out there? There's like a reef out there. And so I'm assuming, now, I actually don't know, I'm taking a guess at this, but I'm gonna look it up. But I think they call it Bathtub Beach because there's a reef right there. You can actually see the rocks hitting right there. And if you look further in the distance, which we're gonna walk closer over there, you can see more of it. And so it creates this like square area, like a bathtub. And it's pretty shallow, and you can go out there and, well, you can go out there and snorkel. It's a reef, and there's all sorts of fish and sea life out there. So it's pretty cool. And it's very unique because I've never seen that anywhere else here in Florida like that. I mean, we have reefs, but this is kind of closed off, sort of like maybe like a little lagoon, like you might see on a, you know, Hawaiian island or a Polynesian island somewhere. So it's kind of neat. And you can see the waves breaking right out there, which is, you know, pretty cool. Which, again, that refuge house that we saw, that's probably why the refuge house was there, because, you know, when you're in a boat, no navigation, 1800s, 1900s, and you're coming over here, it's like, oh, let's go to shore. Boom. You hit that, and fortunately it's not too deep right there, but, you know, imagine rough weather, nighttime, not a good scenario. So you see, there's a lot of rock like that right there. But it is super beautiful. And they just put, as I said, put a lot of sand and everything up here. They restored this. They had it closed for a while, and they put a bunch of sand here to bring it up because, you know, the storms come and they take the sand away. So, but man, talk about beautiful. Now you gotta watch out when you come out on the beach because you wouldn't really see that, would you? You would not see that if you weren't looking. That is a man of war. They are not comfortable. They will leave a nasty, nasty sting on you. And that's a baby one. So I'm glad I do have my shoes on. And that's just because it's super rough and it's nature. They're in the ocean in Florida. So you do need to pay attention to the flags. And if they have certain flags out, they'll tell you if it's too rough, which it is today, and they'll tell you if there's man of war in the water too. That was one. Oh, here you go. That was a big one. See how they look like sails? The wind just kind of blows them on the water, and then they got those tentacles that hang down. Those things have like scorpion venom, I think. It's pretty bad and pretty painful. So I've been lucky not to get stung by one of those yet. But you see how it kind of closes off right here? And then it closes off on the edge here? Pretty cool, isn't it? Like a big bathtub. Water looks beautiful. And if you have fur babies like we do, you can bring your dog to this beach as long as it's on a leash. But there's a couple back there had their dog, and I remember reading that it did say that. So that's pretty cool. A lot of beaches down in Palm Beach County you can't take your dogs to, so it's nice that you can up here. But here's the rocks. If you look from the distance, you can see the rock formation kind of sitting out. It goes like that all the way up to the refuge house that I was at earlier. And check out these tidal pools. Look how cool this is. What a fun place to be if you're like a kid, man. Just kind of hang out here. Just kind of spend your day at the beach. All right, guys, there you go. That's Stuart, Florida. This might be one of the most beautiful endings to a video I've ever done. I mean, just look at this. Come on. And I get to live here? I said it's 35 minutes from West Palm Beach to get up here and come up here and visit. We just get busy with life. We don't get out all the time. But my goal with making these kind of videos is to show you guys that although you may be looking to live in Palm Beach County, you can drive south to like Deerfield and explore that and go fishing on the pier, or you can come north to Stuart and go up here to all these beautiful beaches and the attractions that they have. It's not that far away. We like to call them little mini staycations, right? So you can go do little staycations. And there's tons of places like this all up and down the coast. So if you like what you saw today, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, like, ring the bell so you get notified every time I make a new video, which is at 10 a.m. on Sunday. I'm also trying to do my live streams on Wednesday. I'm trying to get some guests lined up for that. And be sure to click the link at the end of this video because I'll show you some more things about South Florida living. And until next time, get out and enjoy paradise. I'll see you next Sunday.